This is BAZR, a ROM hack that turns Mario 64 into a deck-building roguelike. All of Mario's moves have been assigned to a deck of cards, and it's your job, or I guess my job, because you're just watching a YouTube video, to get through randomly generated levels, get 16 stars, and get through all 3 BAZR levels in a row to beat the game. Lots of people have played this hack. It was all over YouTube when it first came out, but something that I haven't seen at all is people actually trying to sit down and speedrun it. So what if I was the first? Today I'm going to see how fast I can beat a run of the Mario deck, the first deck that you're given in the game. Before we begin, it would mean a lot if you actually hit the like button and subscribed. I have a few more videos planned after this year, so if you enjoy this video and want to see more, subscribing is by far the best way to do that. We're almost at 1,000, we're so close, and it would really mean a lot to me. But enough about that, just sit back and enjoy the video. So, I guess I should explain the run first before we get into it. The run itself is divided into 3 different parts. First is getting the 16 stars, which takes up the bulk of the run. When the run first starts, we only have one choice, to head to the first randomly generated level, mostly because we don't have any coins. Coins are what we use to buy more cards for our deck, which we're going to need eventually, since the cards that we have right now are not nearly enough to beat the BAZR Gauntlet. However, shopping takes a long time, especially since we'll have to re-roll the shop to get the cards that we want, which costs 20 coins. So the idea here is to do all 16 stars in a row, take one shopping trip, and then do the BAZR Gauntlet. Here is a tier list of all 14, yes, 14, Diredoxes removed, stages and how amazing they are in this run. So now's the part of the video where I'm gonna just lightning round through every single stage to tell you what makes it so good or bad. Wet Dry World and Rainbow Ride simply require way too much platforming with our limited jumps to get anywhere. Like, maybe you could get trippy triangles if you were a legend who can make this jump, but I've never actually been able to do it before, so no. Tiny Huge Island and Jolly Roger Bay are kinda in the same boat. They've been changed so that it's easier to navigate without swimming, but they only really have 1 star that's even remotely worth it. THI has Koopa the Quick, and JRB has a new star called Hop the Tilting Boardwalk. Bob-omb Battlefield and Lethal Lava Land are interesting, since in regular Mario 64 these levels are super easy and quick, but since our moveset's so limited, and in Bob-omb's case the stage is so big, that it's actually only worth it to get a single star. Red's for Lava Land, since if you think I'm beating 3 bullies with only 7 punches, you are sorely mistaken, and Chain Chomp for Bob-omb's Battlefield. Although you have to be careful as you only get 4 ground pounds, so if you mess it up, then too bad. Next is the levels. The levels that honestly aren't too bad, they just don't give us too many stars. BBH has the obvious Secret of the Haunted Books, but the Basement Booze is honestly not too bad either and gives us a bit of extra coins. Shifting Sandland is usually good because it's really fast. Top of the Pyramid and Talons of the Big Bird take like, what, 10 seconds each? So it's pretty optimal. Same for Tall Tall Mountain. Mysterious Mountainside is obviously pretty easy, and Blast of the Lonely Mushroom isn't as fast, but still easy. And Whomp's Fortress has Cannonless, which you can just punch this box to get super easily, and shoot into the Wild Blue. Now we get to the pretty good stages. Stages that give us 3 fast stars instead of just 2 regular stars. And TikTok Clock is at the bottom of this list since it's more difficult to do optimally, but Reds, Get a Hand, and Roll into the Cage are 3 stars that are relatively quick, just harder to do in practice. Hazy Maze Cave, on the other hand, is super easy and fast. HMC has amazing emergency exits, Watch for Rolling Rocks, and Swimming Beast in the Cavern. And then we have the God levels. You really want to get both of these stages when you play. If you do, not only are they so quick and give you tons of coins, but you'll get more than half the stars that you need just from these 2 stages alone. Snowman's Land will give you Chill with the Bully, Whirl from the Freezing Pond, and Shell Shredding because slopes in this hack just aren't a problem if you have enough cards. And of course, in the Deep Freeze, which takes like 3 seconds. In Cool Cool Mountain, we can get every star except for the Reds, which will also give us a crap ton of coins from the slide as well. This stage is just honestly amazing. So, ideally in a run, we just get all these good stages that'll give us a bunch of quick and easy stars that get us up to 16, right? Is that easy? Wrong. The thing is, you can get a whole bunch of stars in a level, say CCM, but changing the level costs coins, and the more stars you collect in a level, the less coins you'll have to spend. But when the level is changed, it can be any different level. Any different level. So you could just pull trash stages over and over and over again and waste hundreds of your well-earned coins, or you could pull a stage that you've already been to. It's all just a roll of the dice. Kind of like the shop, but we'll get to that. Let's say you get a whole bunch of good levels and get all 16 stars. Then we move on to the second part of the run. There's a freaking dog barking like in the apartment complex parking lot. Do you hear that on the mic? What the heck? The second part of the run is the shopping trip. This is where things get super interesting. For the most part, we just want generally good cards and moves that can get us height, jumps, triple jumps, flipmas, that sort of thing. But there are also two things that we really want to look for. The first is a way to skip this jump in BAZR in the Sky. There are a few things that can do this. Most notably though is the Totsugeki and the Wing Cap cards. The problem is that these cards are rare and will require a lot of rerolls, which also costs coins, who could have guessed. But then there's the backup strat. The holy grail, the balls to the wall strat, that if you manage to pull it off, will put you in the Hall of Fame as the best and most skilled speedrunner of all time. The Exodia run.
Show me Exodia, or you're a bad person. Oh, yo, 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 yo!
To achieve this, you have to buy all 5 Exodia pieces from the shop, each of which individually is rare. And once you get all 5, you're either able to spawn a star on top of you if you don't have 16 stars yet, or just in a regular level, or to skip directly to the end of one BAZR stage, but at the cost of burning all your cards. But like, when is that ever going to happen, right? Like, no way I get an Exodia run. Last but not least, the third part, the BAZR Gauntlet. This part is all about skill, just stringing everything together. Not really too much to say here besides that. Just tying everything together, trying to go fast, and the most important part, don't mess up. Which is easier said than done, because there have been a lot of times when I have messed up the BAZR Gauntlet, especially like right at the end, and it's really annoying. I'm probably putting some on screen right now. Let's just get into the run that actually did alright. First stage rolled, Big Boo's Haunt. I get both triple jump and flipma, so I cycle through my cards to get wall kicks to make it up the wall, and from there, another triple jump is enough to get the star. On Basement Boos, I actually get pretty lucky and get a whole bunch of options to beat the boos at the very start, so it's just a matter of getting to the merry-go-round and kicking, punching, and slide kicking into them to win and a jump to get the star, ending BBH in 2 minutes and 13 seconds with 126 coins. Next stage I end up rolling is Shifting Sandland, which as we mentioned earlier is a very good stage. With 2 triple jumps at the start, I can easily jump across the dune, and a few more jumps get me to the pyramid star. With Big Bird, I get a bit unluckier with my cards and end up having to use punching to grab the tox box to get up, but the rest of the level is played pretty cleanly, ending SSL in 3 minutes and 51 seconds with 227 coins. Next stage I roll is Bob-omb Battlefield, and I barely managed to pull off Chain Chomps here super cleanly. Not much to say there besides it was pretty good. After that, I roll Rainbow Ride and BBH again, so I have to waste a lot of coins until I'm able to finally roll HMC. I actually would have rather had a stage like Tall Tall Mountain, since if I can get 3 stars here, then if I manage to roll both God stages, I'll end up having a leftover star I won't be able to get, but I play HMC just in case I don't roll the God stages. This is probably the cleanest HMC that I've ever managed to pull off. It's important to see what cards you start out with in this stage, since you always want a long jump card first for this section. Then if you have a triple jump or a flipma as well as wall kicks, then you can go for Amazing Emergency Exit, but if you don't, then you head for either Rolling Rocks or Swimming Beast. Since I have wall kicks but no triple jump or flipma, I head to Rolling Rocks, cycling through my cards on the way, and it actually ended up working out great. My second entry didn't start with long jumps, so I have to spend time cycling through my cards until I get it, but by the time I do, I have triple, flipma, and wall kicks to get amazing emergency exit, and pull off the jumps first try. My third entry, I only have to cycle through one card before I get long jump, and it's just a matter of getting to the elevator clip, and it goes off without an issue. Halfway through the run with 49 seconds shaved off my PB and 323 coins to my name. Not as many coins as I would like, but if we roll the God stages, just maybe this run has some promise. Well, what do you know? Every CCM entry starts out with climbing this slope, which is easily done with basically any jump. I choose to do the penguin race first as I need a lot of extra coins, and the slide is just perfect for that as I mentioned earlier. Next is Lost Penguin since I happened to pull punch here. I actually forgot to split at this star, so I end up thinking that this run is slow and bad when in reality I'm actually 47 seconds ahead of my PB here. It'll be fixed by the time I get 16 stars, don't worry. Next, since I end up pulling a lot of jump cards at the beginning, I bounce off the Spin Drip's head to get down to wall kicks very simply. Then I go down the slide again, getting just so many coins. Our shopping trips are all but set now. And last but not least is Snowman's lost his head, which is just as simple as sliding down the mountain. CCM left in 12 minutes and 33 seconds with 697 coins. You see what I mean about this stage being good? We just doubled our coin count and are getting each star in less than a minute. So now I just need 3 more stars, which means I could afford to roll a stage like TTC, or I'll probably just have to settle for spending more coins than I want by rolling a 2-star stage like Womps and trying to make up the difference from there. Because I mean, there's no way we get the second God stage back to back, right? Oh crap, this might be the run. Deep Freeze is incredibly easy, I mean, what do you want me to say? I actually almost choke here on the bully fight. Just watch this. Dude. Come on! Stop! Stop! Oh my gosh.
Here we go!
Scary, huh? Anyway, just triple jumping and jumping over this ledge is more than enough to get us over to World from Freezing Pond, and now with 16 stars in hand, it's time. We just have to pray that the shopping trip is nice to us, and that we don't choke the BAZR Gauntlet. Totsugeki! Oh my gosh, dude. Beta jump, I'll take that too. Okay, now we just buy a bunch of crap. And wing cap? Oh. No shot. This is it. It's at this point in the run where I start to get really nervous. This is officially my luckiest shopping trip probably ever. I even managed to pull 2 Totsugeki card sets, but I accidentally buy another card instead, and end up having not enough coins for the second set. We'll get to that random card that I bought later. I enter the BAZR Gauntlet over 30 seconds ahead of my personal best. Now, I just need to not choke. Please don't choke. BAZR in the Dark World, it's a cinch. No problems. The scariest part of the stage is trivialized by 2 triple jumps, which I already have. 1 minute and 46 seconds ahead. BAZR in the Fire Sea, virtually flawless, no mistakes, and I even get a little confident making some really scary jumps. Now, BAZR in the Sky. This is the scariest stage of them all, with several really tricky jumps, and if you don't have the right cards, it's over. Even one mistake can turn to be deadly and cost you the entire run. I'll just show you this one uncut, in full, as it was just terrifying. Okay, that's not how that works. Do that one, yeah. How do I do this? Trip? I bought Trip? How did I buy Trip on accident? Stop! Give me cards! Shoot. Shoot, shoot. Shoot! PB. Here we go. 2138. Gosh, what a terrible run. I almost messed that up. I almost messed that up so bad. That was way too close. I panicked. I was definitely panicking for a lot of that. Could I have been luckier? Yes. Could I not have panicked and made all those mistakes? Absolutely. But this run took me way longer to achieve than I'm willing to admit, and I'm much prouder of it than, say, my Gerson run. Still trying to beat that. It's pretty hard. As far as I know, this is the world record for this speedrun, since no one's attempted a run like this. But honestly, I don't want it to be that way. If any of you, yes, any of you watching this video right now, think that you can beat me, then honestly, please do. This game is very fun and challenging, and I would love to see it taken to its absolute limits. All we need is one person willing to rely on the heart of the cards. Again, if you enjoy this video, it would really be appreciated if you left a like and maybe even subscribed. Again, we are almost at 1,000. I've really only dreamed of having people who actually are interested in stuff I make, let alone 1,000 people actually wanting to just sit down and watch it. So, thanks for making it all the way through. I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. Have a lovely day.